to 5 Acres Honey Farm. I'm Tara Lynn, and today I have a DIY kitchen remodel to show you. This took about 2 months to do and cost less than $500, and it also includes a honey bar because this is a beekeeper's kitchen. So I'll take you around and show you the little work that I did and some that my husband helped me with, and some things that we've repurposed and thrifted. I want to show you a few things that I'm planning on doing and some kind of before shots. I'm really excited about the after. I only got interested in DIY home projects last summer. So it's fall 2021 right now. And as most of you know, there were a lot of home renovation projects during the pandemic. One of the projects that I did for myself, which was my first DIY, was renovating my home office, removing the 1970s green shag carpet and putting down laminate floors, painting, putting up a shiplap wall. It was a great learning experience, and it made me really motivated to do more projects like that around our house. So what I've decided to do, we've been here almost 8 years, and all of the things that I wanted to do when we first moved in still aren't done. So I'm actually making my way through the house. I just decided to go in a sequence room by room, and I just painted the living room, kitchen, and we have kind of an eat-in kitchen area. So I painted all of that in the hallway last weekend. It took me 8 hours nonstop, and it's really brightened up. Everything used to be a green, and now it's this golden color, which the actual paint color is called blonde. And now I'm moving on to the kitchen. And after the kitchen, I'm going to do our guest bath downstairs, and then our bedroom, then our bathroom, and then I'm going to work my way upstairs to the guest room. And then my final project's going to be the basement. And it's just, this is a really nice way to spend these kind of gloomy, chilly fall days when there's really not much to do in the garden, there's not much to do with the bees, and it's I'm finding it really relaxing not to look at a computer. That's also a key point here. And Cleo, my cockatiel here, who you've seen in some other videos, she's being really curious about what's going on, and she usually really loves looking at herself on video. So I will show you a bit about what I'm planning to do here, and I imagine this is going to be a multi-part video, or this will just be filmed over many different days and weeks because I don't plan on doing this all at one time. Okay, I'll step back to give you kind of a larger perspective of the kitchen. I'm going to step back a little bit further. So it's kind of like a galley style. Cleo's sitting right here hanging out, and it's not really narrow. I've been in other houses where there's super narrow galley style kitchens, and I just don't know how they're usable, but I really like the layout of this kitchen. There are a few things that I would like to do over the years, not just yet, but I'll kind of show you a little bit here. So you'll probably see there's some spots missing right there. That was actually just something I did today. I painted this, whole wall like I just mentioned last week, and I did not bother taping here because I didn't really care if I got any on this side of the cabinet, because I'm going to be painting this, but also this side is actually going to have some shiplap on it, and potentially some shelving up here, but I'm definitely going to put shelving down here. So I had scotch taped the paint swatches right here, and when I pulled them off to go to Lowe's, it came right off. So this, for the finish on this. So these are not real wood. I'm not really married to this wood color. So what I've kind of decided to do is there's this Backsplash. We did not put that in. It was the original owners. There's actually a nice blue color kind of hidden here in the tile. So that's going to be the color of these cabinets, and that'll help kind of bring it out a bit. And I was going to put new countertops in, and I was kind of getting excited about that a few months ago. However, I realized that the way this Backsplash is installed here, we would have to ruin the Backsplash. And I like this Backsplash, and I feel like I don't want to ruin it just for nothing. And the countertops are fine. I don't hate them or anything. Like the cabinets I really don't like here, but I don't mind the countertops. And there are some kits that are sold. So at some point You know, if I want to try out like doing our own kind of, you know, upgrade on it, maybe we'll try it out. But what I'm planning on doing here is, you know, kind of a simple DIY facelift for the kitchen. It's not a full renovation. If someday we decide to do that, then definitely we'll take out the cabinets, probably rearrange things. But this is something I'm intending to last for 10 years, maybe more. This area here, the previous owners had some kind of wine rack in here, but they took it with them, and I've never found one that's really fit well in here. So when this all gets painted blue, I am actually going to leave this center part, this wood finish color, and I was thinking of doing some type of maybe a beadboard, or I don't want to say wallpaper, but maybe wallpaper kind of pattern in the background. But I'm not really too keen on it. I think I want to see how it looks with just the wood and the blue. The other things that I'm going to be doing are all of these white knobs are coming off, and every single knob is going to be different. I found, and I've been collecting both at thrift shops and different vintage markets and on Etsy, you know, these really unique cabinet handles and knobs. And some of them I'm actually going to take and actually going to paint my own designs on them. So one of the things we did last year was, I am not a fan of microwaves. So we took out this microwave, which honestly, it broke the first week we lived in the house. So we had a broken microwave sitting here for about 7 years, and maybe, I guess it was 6 years, it was last winter. And not only did it break, but the vents underneath it, like everything just stopped working. None of the buttons worked. So these little screw holes have been sitting here for many months. I know that we're redoing it, so it doesn't bother me. I am one of the, let me put this garbage in here. I'm one of the rare people that prefers white appliances. I don't know. I don't like the black ones, and the metal ones just don't do it for me. And at some point, like I said, if we're doing a major renovation, I would get probably a more custom oven that's probably styled a little bit more country, you know, so that it wouldn't be like either black or stainless or white. It would, you know, be a combination of things and textures. So this is, you know, this was the oven we replaced probably 2 years ago, so it's fairly new. So we decided to get a range hood to match. You know, this was just a recirculating range hood. So, you know, again, like if we were doing a bigger upgrade, we would probably get a range hood that would vent out and, you know, be a little bit more dramatic here, because obviously I don't use those cabinets, being a short person myself. So, I'm planning on doing here actually just 2 pieces of shiplap. I believe I measured it a while ago and they'll fit fine. It's left over from when I did my office. And my husband is a machinist, so we're going to design some type of metal to put over the shiplap. And I think, I have to read some more. I think I might do like a marine grade finish on the shiplap, because this is where all the cooking takes place. I think that's probably a good idea. So I might do something like that. And the other thing is that this has I don't know if it's called like a beveled glass or stem glass. Maybe it's a reed glass or something. I'm not sure. This came with the house as well, and I am perfectly happy with it. But I wouldn't mind just giving it a different look. I was thinking of doing chicken wire, but I'm like, maybe it's going to be a little too country if I do chicken wire. So I don't know. So that I'm open to changing, or if I find some like really pretty stained glass, that's probably not going to happen, but we'll see. You can kind of see here where the old color green, I didn't paint in between this border yet because I was getting really tired of painting, and I figured let me do that next time when I'm going to do the cabinet. So, you know, the other side is going to get done as well. And same thing with there. I think the only other big thing I'm going to do is I'd like to replace this fluorescent light here. That's one of the mysteries right now, is I'm not sure what the ceiling looks like underneath this. you know, I've been looking at different light fixtures, but most of the ones that I'm looking at are like half the size, and I imagine this is where it's attaching and they may not be feasible. So I'm gonna find out soon exactly like where the mounting areas are and what it looks like underneath here so that I can find a fixture that could replace this. If not, I think this is perfectly fine. But I would rather replace it with like LEDs and things. But I mean, I would really like just to replace the whole fixture, but we'll just see. The only other thing that I'll be doing now that I'm over here is this whole end side or end cap or however they're referred to. This is all going to be shiplap, and then I'll have like different things that I can, you know, like hooks and stuff that I can put on there. And then similarly over here, this is where I'm going to be putting the shelving so that I can have, you know, part of the pantry just here ready accessible. This is the before, and I am looking forward to doing the after. All right, since this is a beekeeper's kitchen, I will start at the honey bar and I'll show you the work that I did down here. So with this honey bar, these are pieces of oak that I got at our, you know, local big box home store. And what I did was I cut these and stained these down, and I just got some twine at our local hardware store. And they are held up with a little bit of bracing underneath, but otherwise, you know, they're kept level with this twine. And as a honey bar, of course, there is honey involved. This is not from my bees. This is cut comb honey we got while we were visiting my parents in Florida. So this is from South Florida. Don't render my own beeswax, but these are from a local beekeeper. And then I'm gonna be stocking this with some grain down here. And we have pretty much just all my regular cookbooks in here, and I painted the cabinets. I didn't paint inside. In here, I was gonna do like an accent piece in the back, but decided not to. And we have this little cast iron chicken hook piece, and there are 5 hens on here, and our very first flock had 5 hens, so this is a little tribute to them. And I drew a little picture of one of our chickens, Mildred. So she's hanging out there. And all of the handles are different on all of the cabinets. So I've got some honeycomb here. And then in this is our chicken egg drawer. So this is where we'll keep the eggs, which would be more full during a season where we get some more. And you know, but all of them. And then I've got some car related ones for Mike. And this was an interesting piece. This, we believe, is part of a piano. And there were 2 pieces like this left with the house from the previous owner. And then Mike custom machined on his CNC plasma table this frame to fit this here, because we wanted to be able to reuse that piece. And I think that's a pretty cool thing because we're not really sure the history of it. But again, more different handles here. And I was going to replace this this glass with stained glass, but I decided not to. I kind of like how it looks with the new kitchen design. And also, if I was going to do stained glass, then I would feel like I really need to put some type of lighting in here to illuminate that. No, we're gonna have some little light issues over here, but there was a window treatment in here, but it stopped going up and down, so it was just more frustrating. So instead, let's get this lighting a little bit better. I decided just to take it down, and we don't really need it. And plus I'm always looking out during the day, you know, when I'm cooking and doing the dishes and things. So no more window treatment in here. And then we got a new faucet in here. And otherwise I painted all of the outlet covers to match the cabinets. And it was, then these really cute little handles here. But otherwise it's been, oh wait, we did have this light fixture. So before was a fluorescent light fixture, and I cannot stand fluorescent lights. And so I picked this up. However, the way the last owners had installed the previous light fixture, it wasn't really compatible with this. And this also came with like an extra like pipe here and chain. So this would have been really low. It would have actually like sat right here. So Mike removed all of that, and then he custom machined this entire mounting for it, and that just fits right in there. So otherwise we've got on this side, this is still coming together, but this was when I was putting this all together, this pretty like dragonfly pattern. So I wanted to make sure that was visible. And I just ordered some chalk markers, so we'll be able to leave little messages here. And you know, I'm gonna put more fun things over here. For now, I've just got some baby spider plants propagating over here. I have a cute unicorn hook that's gonna hang out here, and not really sure what kind of storage and things I'll put in the bottom yet, but what I'll be adding along the top are a few hooks so that I'll be able to dry herbs and flowers in the spring and the summer. So that'll all be there. So this was a project that took almost exactly 2 months. I started it on October 30th, and then we finished it up with this light fixture on New Year's Eve. And I am really happy with how it came out. I am on Zoom just about every day, and I really like to have, you know, the garden and the bees, you know, to help balance all of that screen time. But in this, you know, fall and winter, I don't really have too much to do out there. So I was focusing on some no screen projects, and this was a really good one. Plus I spend so much time in here cooking that it's really good to have a space that we enjoy.
I spent $27 on this quart of paint and only used half of it. And if you're curious about the color, it's Riverway. And definitely take the step to remove all the cabinet doors when you paint them.
So thanks for watching, and if you have some Beekeeper kitchen tips or just some DIY kitchen tips in general, please leave a comment, let me know. You know, over time we'll probably do a few other little upgrades to this space, and my next project is redoing, and not really a full renovation, but kind of like this where it's a little bit of a remodel and a facelift, but doing that for our guest bathroom. So that I will share with you as well.